Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming at you another video. It feels so good to have regular temperatures upon my skin. The heat that we've been dealing with in the valley for the last 3 weeks. Naturally so because it's summertime, but this is the first cool day that I've seen over a month, man. And so it just feels good to walk around, get some air. And I made a video telling you guys about a situation on Messenger very recently. That somebody, I wasn't really sure who they say they were. They were trying to get information about my auntie. So yeah, I vented about that, got that out of my system. And now I'm trying to figure out if I want to go back to the hotel or not. It's 4:50. I got another NBA fantasy draft at 6 o'clock, so I'll probably go back now, order some food, because I didn't want to buy anything that was out here. Last time I bought some El Pollo Loco, that did not work out. And so what, I got McDonald's here, I got a Pollo, Mexican food spot across the street. I know my body's gonna hate all that seasoning, man. I can't eat any of that. So part of me just thinks the smart move is to just fast tonight, truthfully, since my body has been really sensitive, even more so than usual, to everything I've been eating that I shouldn't. Probably should just not eat anything at all. So I definitely don't have any food at the house. I ran through everything I had just in time to leave the room, so that was by design. Just enough chicken, just enough everything. And I'll be purchasing something tomorrow. So, yeah, man, stuff going on in the world. I don't know, man. Kushner's and bought my Laker team. I talked about that. That seemed like something to investigate. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be doing it personally, but it does seem like something Pablo Torre might want to look into. And I don't know, man. I just think at this point, once you sell the team, and Jeanie Buss, once you sell the team, you're selling the brand that really is the flagship brand of not only the NBA but American sports. I personally would have probably kept my overall, what do they call it, majority shares, and probably just sold half of the company if I were her. I would have sold the minority half of the company and kept the majority half. Because although $10 billion is a hell of a return and a record-breaking return, if she would have waited 2 years, she could have sold it for 12. If she waits 2 more years, who knows what it goes up to be. And I think that's the idea. Like, people are looking at record-breaking amounts as discounts. That's why they're buying now, because they know it's about to jump 2x, 3x, 4x probably in a short amount of time, if everything goes the way they think it's going to go. That's really great wealth that she probably would have been very pleased to see stay in her family for generations. And so that's what it is. You just hate to see that. Obviously, she's, you know, it's necessary to say that she kept a small portion of the Lakers, so she still owns like a very, very minority share of the Lakers, but nothing that would be substantial enough to really pay the dividends that you would want the Buss family to have. And now this thing's being passed around like some weed. So it's, as a Laker fan, I'm going to be honest, I'm not as frustrated. I think it's frustrating to some, because I'm not as frustrated with the sale. It doesn't change things for me at all, to be honest with you. It does change how enthusiastic I am about the brand, because of the fact that now you got some people in there that I don't know if I align with. But like, Jeanie was an anomaly as it pertains to, she stood for things that you appreciated a good portion of the time. She stood with the people, that kind of thing. She tended to be a bit more progressive or whatever. Most of these owners are not. So like, if you're going to be a fan of any professional sport, you got to understand it. Like 9 out of 10 of the time, it's not going to be somebody that aligns with anything progressive owning the thing. So it's not like I expect to be a fan of sports means that I'm going to be aligned with people who I align with morally or politically or whatever. I think that she was an extreme anomaly. One of maybe 1 or 2 people in American sports that you can speak that way about. So I don't really know, man. Honestly, I'm not sure what to expect from the Lakers going forward, but that's something I'll be doing some meditating on, because you guys know I follow this team very closely. I my channel is half of it's dedicated to the Lakers. I'm passionate about what I do, but I have felt a bit worn out by the dedication over the last 2 years, to last 2 seasons. What all goes into being a fan of this team for me is a lot of stuff, highlight watching and stuff like that, and then doing videos that require me be in front of the camera at a certain hour in the morning. It did affect my overall daily life trying to cover the team. It's a lot of work. And so having nothing to do with ownership, I just find myself wondering if I want to commit that much to it going forward. As much as I have. All that goes into covering it as strongly as I have, I don't know if I want to do that as much this season. We'll see. I felt that way even more so exiting the previous season. The season before the last one, rather. And throughout the course of the summertime, I was worn out. And by the time the season came back around in October, I was ready to go again. That could very well be what it is right now. It's mid-August right now. I'm still very happy that I'm not doing the work. But I think by the time October comes around, I might be highly motivated once again. So we'll see how I feel. But like I said, it's a lot that go into it, man. And we'll see exactly what my coverage of the Lakers is going to be this year. We'll see. So that's really what it is, man. I think that, like I said, ownership doesn't really play much into that, to be honest. I was feeling that way well before any of this. But that ownership is in place, and it is a Kushner. I guess that only reinforces the pushback and within myself, you know? Like, all right, well, how bad do I want to do this? You know what I mean? How serious do I want to invest my time and my effort into following this team? How much sacrificing do I really want to do? We'll see. You know, we'll see. So that's what I have to say. I think the LeBron leaving, it's all interesting to me, like, considering I was pretty much ready for him to go on the greener pastures in a way, but it wasn't necessarily because I was sick of LeBron. It was just because I did not like the idea of him retiring in my uniform and our franchise not getting anything in return. Well, he ended up leaving and we didn't get anything in return. So it's like, oh well, like what I was worried would happen ended up happening anyway. So all things considered, it's like, all right, well, let's just go forward. Let's see what they got, what they want to do with the team. They got some new stuff. All right, yeah. Am I overly excited about what we put together? No, but let's see what we got. Let's see, you know. So that's kind of my attitude. Let's see what we put together. It's not necessarily my cup of tea of what we have, but I think this is like a good starting spot from which to build something that can be exciting. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I don't really know, but we'll see. I don't think we have much wiggle room to really make too many changes by way of how we kind of sign these guys to certain types of contracts. So I don't know, man. I'm a Laker fan. I was a Laker fan when they were bad as hell. We had players that I hated watching. But my enthusiasm for watching really did kind of wean off when we were really bad. I will say that, but we got Luka Doncic, man. I'm a big fan of Luka. So I would love to watch him win. That's going to be a pleasure to watch him win. So that's not going to be too difficult for me at all. But yeah, man, I don't know. I didn't necessarily want to make a Laker video here, but it's kind of what's on my mind with the sale. I think it's just, you know, we all as Laker fans are so used to the Buss family. We've never known a Laker team without the Buss family attached to it. We always knew that we were supporting somebody who likely would support the things that matter to us, if not for her caring about those things, but more so her caring about us as fans. You know what I mean? That was always a pleasure to support the Lakers, knowing that. And now that that's not the situation, you got investment firms, the venture capitalists, I guess is what they call them. I don't particularly think they're good for the sport. I don't think they're really good for anything. As it pertains to businesses and quality of things that you appreciate, they're about the bottom line. They will drain something to its to squeeze out every last bit of profit, and then they'll throw it by the wayside. They really don't care about the product. A lot of times, they're gonna cut costs, even if it means eating away at the success of the product. And that's what I've seen in Boston with the Celtics, seen that in Dallas with the Mavericks, and I just feel like this is another possibility that could happen with the Lakers. But if I'm being completely frank, our very best player is white, and I don't think they're going to have any hesitation in investing in him because of it. Cut and dry. I don't think Luka's going to have any problem getting this money from these people. I don't think so. And that, as a Laker fan who wants Luka to be a part of my future, is something that is encouraging to me. Like, ironically enough, like if we had Jaylen Brown, black dude who's always standing for, stuff that maybe the venture capitalists wouldn't appreciate. Yeah, man, you probably gonna have to watch him go. He's probably gonna be somebody they trade. He on a big contract. Yeah, they're gonna move him. But Luka, Dallas moved him. I don't think the Lakers are gonna move him. I don't think these billionaires are gonna move him. And so for that, it's like, all right, well, what's the worst thing that could happen? They go fire my coach, get rid of everybody else but Luka. I'm kind of not worried too much about any of that, if I'm being completely honest with you. If that's what they're going to do, just leave us with nothing but Luka and the colors. That's pretty much fine with most of us. It's the best thing we got. You know what I mean? So as long as they ain't trying to short Luka on his money, we fine. Like, so that's what makes me feel kind of fine about things over the next course of the next 8 years or whatever. After that, who knows what the hell's happening with this Lakers team? Who knows? So, like, yeah, that's really where my head is at as it pertains to the Lakers, man. I'm enjoying my summer in the sense that I got tired of doing all the work, man. Like, watching all the highlights and then doing all the videos, covering all 5 of the games that the Lakers had previously, or the opponent, rather, of the Lakers had previously played, day in and day out, making sure that I'm on top of all of that. And then the post-game videos. It's a lot to go into that stuff, man. I'll be happy when the summer come around when that stuff is over with, bro. Low key, man. I really do. And of course, I don't get paid for it, but that money don't drive me any damn way. I would be just as miserable if I was getting a check or not. I think that's a different thing for me as it pertains to the environment from which I grew up in America. Money makes people feel good about stuff they don't want to do. It don't do that for me at all. You could pay me all the money in the world. If I'm doing some stuff I don't want to do, I'm going to be unhappy as if I'm not getting a check at all. That's just how I am. I'm weird like that. And so, yeah, man, I'm not wanting people to say I'm not getting paid for it. If I were getting paid, I'd be even more unhappy about it in some ways because I feel more connected to having to do it. So that's just me. I'm weird, man. Capitalism, I don't necessarily think it's good for the world, if I'm being honest with y'all. People put money over things that they shouldn't. They let demons in the room, let bad guys control things, shove good guys and brave people to the sides, all in the name of money. I just think that if this is what it comes down to, should we not be removing the money from the circumstance so that we can maintain our survival? I mean, like, we make money so that we can survive, but it's that we prioritize money over everything that we end up hurting ourselves. You know what I mean? It's a double-edged sword, and I think the side that we're thrusting into us is more sharp. So I don't know, man. And so that's what I got to say about that. But yeah, I'm back where I need to be, and just want to tell everybody to keep their heads up, man. I don't know what's coming in the world later. We love our pastimes like the Lakers and stuff like that to help us get through it, but sometimes the politics and the game itself start to come together whether you're talking about it or not. And I think that's one of these situations right here with the ownership situation with the Lakers. So that's pretty much what I got to say. My name's BDO44. I thank you all for watching.